Look,
Don't take all of his or any of mine.
any during this segment, any time that I laugh, you shouldn't fucking do that.
Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey, Lead, and Steel. Feelings Hurt While You Wait, the official podcast of Aggressive Defensive Solutions. I'm Lee Curling, and with me today is Jeremy and Rick. How you doing?
Wicked awesome.
I'm here.
You're here. Yeah. So, we're going to do something a little different today.
Doesn't involve
Can't
accordions,
wait.
does it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
So,
not up for a polka.
I want to welcome everybody to part one of Stupid Gun Questions from Quora.
Can't
So,
even fucking spell that.
Is Quora like a
Quora.
a human being, or is
It's a website. It's kind of like Reddit, only different. So for those who don't
Lucky's
know,
all over that Reddit shit.
Quora is people ask questions, and then people answer questions, and then people upvote the questions.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the stupid gun questions that I found today, and boy, I've been finding them.
You
over the last
found or
week.
the AI found?
No, I found. And then 45 to 60 seconds, I'll read a question. One of you will get 45 to 60 seconds to answer it. And then I will read the most upvoted answer for that question. And then we can choose to roast that answer or not.
Okay. Look, I'm doing the Sean Connery. I'm fucking Celebrity Johnny.
All right.
Put the mustache, Trebek.
First question. Will American gun owners consider selling their guns to the government? Part two. How much money do they want? Rick.
No, not real Americans, just some fake ass Americans who live in fucking blue cities, and the price would be $1 billion with a shark with lasers on its head.
There was somebody that did that in New York City with a gun buyback.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait. So
right.
the most upvoted answer is, I've been hoping for a gun buyback program for quite some time. This is a slam fire pipe shotgun. I can make one for about $25 in roughly 30 minutes. Assuming a reasonable buyback of $200, $250 per weapon, I could possibly clear $10K in a weekend. If I take a little vacation from work, I could pay off my house by the end of the week.
That's fucking
All
awesome.
right.
That is an American
And
answer.
I will post a picture for that.
There we go.
All righty. So, Jeremy.
When we get around to having merch, we can
yeah.
send some merch out for some shit like that.
Slam fire shotguns? Available on Agnef's whole website?
Oh no. Dude, we got to do a slam fire shotgun defense. We got to do a defensive slam fire shotgun class.
So,
Crew
serve.
serve.
Slam
All
fire.
right. Hey, this is question and answer.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
We cannot go down rabbit holes.
Right,
Well,
right.
maybe we can.
I want to,
Maybe we
but-
can. Maybe we can. All right, go ahead.
So Brandon Herrera did a recreation of the gun used to assassinate the prime minister in Japan,
Oh yeah.
Oh, geez.
which
Yes.
was
Mhm.
an electronically
That weird-
activated
yeah.
black powder shotgun.
Mhm.
It ended up getting taken down off YouTube because he put his Amazon buy list on there. But anyways, but he sold a T-shirt afterwards that had a picture of said contraption, and it says, "You can ban bullets, but you can't ban my balls."
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
So, Jeremy, what happens if someone sees your concealed weapon? That's just another stupid question.
C as in C or C's?
C. What happens
Like
if someone
C.
sees
Okay.
your concealed weapon?
Fuck yeah. Yeah. You want to see more of this? You got to come back after dark.
I get sprung,
Dude,
son.
so you're good on that one. So lol. I had this young girl, maybe 25 or 26, in line behind me at the grocery store, who saw the bottom of my waist holster when I leaned into my cart and got all jittery and whispered to an older lady behind me, "He's got a gun." I stood up, turned around, and looked at her and said, "Damn, sorry about that, but you can't see the other two, right?" The older lady just laughed. See, I can't
like
roast
it.
that comment. I mean,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing would have been better if you just said, "Oh, slip in a big puddle of eggs." Sorry, my bad.
All right, Rick. Sorry. All right.
Hang on, it itches.
All right. What would a gun owner do if I started shoving him in front of his peers to humiliate him for having a gun? See, I told you these are stupid Quora gun questions.
This gun owner would punch you in your fucking neck for putting your fucking hands on me. And then I would further emasculate you and take a picture of it with your phone and send it to everybody in your contact list.
Bite the curb.
So the most upvoted, most upvoted answer, for starters, if you put your hands on me and start shoving me somewhere, I have no idea where you're trying to take me. I'm probably going to do what any rational gun owner would do in that situation. I'm not sure it would be any. If they possess a concealed carry license and engage you for assaulting me, fearing that you're intending to kidnap me or otherwise do grievous bodily harm to me. That being said, if you were to shove me in front of my peers to humiliate me for having a gun, guess what? They all have guns too.
My friends would whip your ass.
Yeah. So the end part is, if you did it in front of my friends, they probably have guns too. Good question. But what is your take on the answer of shove me and I'm going to shoot you?
I think that's
a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah. See, we've had these discussions.
The appropriate thing would be scream, "I don't know you. That's not my purse. That's not your purse."
There you go.
That would probably be the better way to do business.
All right. So there is
Scream
this,
rape.
Stop touching my penis.
No means no.
What would you do if somebody shoved you in front of your friends? I wait for my friends to whip their ass. Like, you guys just gonna stand around when this shit happens?
Wait for my phones to get their phone out first. Hold it in portrait mode before I throat punch you.
turn it this way for the short, because this won't take very long. Okay, so next question. Why is a 12 gauge shotgun not considered, why is a 12 gauge shotgun not good against someone armed with a knife, according to martial artists? So this is a little bit off. So this is a gun question about martial artists. Jeremy.
Why is it not considered
Yes.
effective against a knife?
Yes. According to martial artists.
But hang on, I got it. Like a real martial artist, or like a dude who does taekwondo?
It's just the question here. So.
All things being equal, the only time knife is better than 12 gauge would be, as you call it, at halitosis fucking distance.
Actually, I beg to differ. The only time that a shotgun is not better than a knife is for cheesecake.
Well, yeah, that's a fair answer too. But it's
That's a great answer.
even without shells, it's a good fucking club.
Oh yeah. Well, let's be honest. If it's a fucking Mossberg 500, that's really all it is. It's a fucking impact
I'm
weapon.
going to say I think the cheesecake comment, though, I think that's a short.
Yeah.
So, final answer? It's
not.
It's not.
It's not.
That's
That martial
not?
art guy is a fucking idiot.
All right. Most upvoted answer. Not me. Most upvoted answer. I'm a martial artist. I've studied for years and was a defensive tactics master instructor at a sheriff's department where I worked. Also, no martial artist would ever say that this is idiotic, beyond comprehension, and does not pass the smell test. Not even close. If I have a shotgun in my hands at the low ready and the knife guy is some distance away to do what you actually think a knife guy can do to overcome the gun guy, when the gun guy has a gun in his hand, in this case, the gun is, I sure as hell am not going to miss
This dude is a captain
gun
in the
like
sheriff's
a
office.
12 gauge. Bottom line is, we martial artists would not say that, and anyone who does is an idiot. So while there was a really long rambling thing where I think he was trying to say the gun is better, the bottom line is we martial artists would not say that. So there you go. Why are gun owners too cowardly to fight fair? They have a gun. They have to use a gun. Lame.
I don't have to use a gun.
So Rick. So why are you too cowardly to fight fair?
So Bobo the Pogue. there are two types of people involved in the fight: the winner and the fucking loser. And unless you are at a licensed boxing or MMA event, it's whoever wins. That's the end of it. This whole I don't need a gun. Well, I tell you what, Spartacus, you feel free to come around the way, and we'll throw hands until you feel like quitting, and then I'll just continue to whip your ass some more while you wish that you had a fucking gun to stop it. Who the fuck comes up with these lame, really lame? I'll bet you've never been punched in the fucking face. Whoever came up with that, I'll bet they've never been in a fucking fight.
Hey, grandma gun owner, friggin'.
You need a gun, you pussy. Shut up, tool bag.
Hey, grandma gun owner, fight this guy with a fucking lead pipe.
Yeah.
For part 2, I'm bringing a timer. All right. So
most upvoted answer is
I'm a 70-year-old truck driver.
grandma gun owner.
Fucking America has been heard from.
I would never attack anyone. That said, if someone decides to come at me, chances are they're going to be younger and more fit, and possibly more than one person. That is not a fair fight.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you,
That's
70-year-old trucker man with a lot lizard.
That said, my tan
nice
Bangalore witness match in 10 millimeter does a pretty good job.
He was doing well, and then he fucked it all up with the dang folio 10 millimeter. What the fuck, dude? Couldn't you spell Titanic? Oh, fuck. I'm a 70-year-old trucker, and I got a Tang folio. Well, that's because you keep hanging out with fucking lot lizards, and now you need a shot. What the fuck's wrong with you? Tang folio 10 millimeter. Yet again, 2 answers to questions that should never have been asked. Oh, good Lord.
As far as raging game was taken that day.
All right. Next question for Jeremy. You're given a pistol with 6 bullets and $2,000 strictly for transport and hospitality purposes. The catch is John Wick hunts you for a week, and if you survive, you get $15 million. Do you take the deal? Why or why not? I threw this one in because I saw it, and I'm like, it's John Wick.
What gun?
What the fuck?
I got a 6-shooter, and I got how many thousand?
You have 2,000 strictly for transport and hospitality purposes. So I guess you can eat and get strippers. I guess that's.
Oh, dude, that's easy. You pay the stripper, and she gives you the change back in fucking 9 millimeter.
Yeah, remember, you only have 6
hospitality purposes.
That's what it says.
It's John Wick. So you just wait for the guy with the dog coming down the street and shoot him in the head and fucking go have dinner.
Don't shoot the dog.
But
because that's bad. Right?
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around this. I get $15 million if I live for a week.
Yes.
I'm going to give somebody $2,000 to give John Wick some hospitality services.
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm gonna call that trucker. I'm like, hey, you know some lot lizards? I got $2,000 for lot lizards.
That would go a long way, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some Tuesday night specials? Yeah.
Welcome to Charlie's Truck Stop.
All right.
Oh, good Lord.
All right.
I'm afraid to see what the fucking internet answered for this.
So the internet answer is sure. John has been shown to be a master of urban operation. I grew up in the woods.
We're going
there
to
swamps. I'll grab my own equipment.
I bet you grab your own equipment.
I'm not sure that's part of the. I'm not sure that's part of the rules.
Hospitality
Head
services.
head home, and John can come have fun trying to find me in the woods I grew up in. I know the woods like the back of my hand. Even without a ghillie suit, I blended in well enough to be stepped on without being caught. Dollars to donuts, I'll notice him before he notices me. Dude, John Wick is a freaking movie action hero. You're not.
Well, I did say a gun with 6 bullets. I didn't say what it was. I don't think
That's
me and
it.
12
April.
gauge.
I'll take a 300 Win Mag
No,
and freaking go out to
A
Utah.
pistol. No, a pistol with
Oh,
6
well,
rounds.
shit.
So the most
So a 300
upvoted-
Win Mag without a stock.
So a 300 blackout pistol with my brace, because I'll be in Texas. I can have my brace. I'm registered with FPC. I can have my brace. Wow.
All right.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Back to reality. We're away from John Wick.
Are
So
we?
why don't we see shotguns/rifles on a gun rack in the rear windows of trucks anymore?
Easy answer. Society has changed, and it is probably no longer safe to keep your shotgun or rifle where somebody could steal it, because nowadays people break into your car and steal it.
Smash
And
grab.
the other thing that goes along with that is we now live in such a fucked up society that chances are you would get stopped by the police, who would want to know why you're carrying a gun in plain view, which is stupid, but it doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's why.
Same reason
It's
you
a
don't
silent
got a,
shift.
some reason you don't got a Canic sticker on the back of your truck.
Yeah. But you know what you could put in your gun rack? A sword.
Potato cannon.
Nah, you can't do that because that's an IED.
That's it. So most upvoted answer. Why don't we see shotguns, rifles, and rear windows of trucks anymore? People of subpar parenting began stealing the guns. The truck owners started locking their trucks. The thieves started breaking into the trucks and stealing the guns. Nowadays, folks with truck guns tend to keep them out of sight so people of subpar parenting don't steal them.
That sounds pretty fucking accurate to me.
That's pretty
Whoever
much
wrote that.
pretty much in line with
Him and
with
the
Rick's.
loquacious kung fu guy.
All
That's why
right.
that 70-year-old trucker's got his 10mm.
So Jeremy, next question for you. How likely are gun owners to start a war when we finally ban all firearms? Remember, stupid gun questions on Quora from the internet. All right, Jeremy.
When all guns are banned?
Yes. How likely are gun owners to start a war when we finally ban all firearms?
Well, same likelihood of people to turn in their braces where the ATF rules that they're illegal. About fucking 8%.
What? I think the operative verb there is start. I don't think the gun owners are going to
Start
the war.
No.
I think it's a whole different verb.
So, when they start going door to door,
I think finish it.
yeah.
Wage.
So-
I think
Finish wage. Yeah.
So most upvoted answer. Simple civil disobedience should be sufficient to render any such ban completely toothless.
Yep.
That goes along in line
I agree.
with what Jeremy said there.
Agree.
Confiscation won't happen without registration.
Yep.
Prevent registration and confiscation remains in
Prevent registration
and
confiscation
confiscation remains infeasible. Okay. I don't think that what they said was. I
don't think that word means.
don't. I don't think that sentence means exactly the way it meant. I think it's registration and confiscation is infeasible if we prevent registration. I think is what they're trying to say there. But
Good.
never register or turn in a firearm. Better yet, build your own without serial numbers. And then just don't give it to a gunsmith where they have to stamp it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that kind of goes along those lines, right?
There you go.
I don't think gun owners are gonna, start.
Did you
a
see
war.
me do it?
All right, so Rick, next question for you. How many shots from a 9mm pistol are needed to neutralize someone? I'm talking about organ hits, like guts or stomach, liver, etc. I mean, how many 9mm shots can someone take before passing out?
Hella.
Yep. I don't know
That's why I need a 39 round magazine for my Sig 320, is to stop the dude with hella shots, because that is a horrifically stupid fucking question.
I said,
if you
don't
look
questions from the internet.
If you put that question in, and you see this, if you see us and you know us and you wrote that, please, 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 we have some money in the account. I'll get you a regular fucking flight from wherever the fuck you are, so you can come here and be on the show for 4.5 hours one day. I'll even buy you some Chicho's pizza, because that right there provides us with the opportunity for comedy fucking gold. How many to the guts, to the guts and the livers? Really, fucking really? Are you playing with Play-Doh, you fucking slack-jawed motherfucker?
Hella. All right.
Hella.
Most upvoted answer.
Oh, shit.
Well, the most conclusive study we did in the federal government showed 9mm, 357 SIG, 45 ACP, and 40 cal are all equally poor at stopping a threat. Each person will be different. Reality is only 9% of the surface area is instantly fatal. The cerebellum, upper part of the spine, C5 and higher, anywhere else, and you're waiting for enough blood loss to cause death. You have, on average, 1 minute of fight in you with a single GSW to the left ventricle of your heart, a major artery, about 1 minute as well. Lungs, you can go for several minutes untreated before you get a collapsed lung, and poor oxygenation on top of bleeding out. A liver, and you can go for a few hours. That person went through all the questions there. Each subsequent shot will speed up this, but again, it's per patient. Well, per gunshot. There's a reason why we all switched back to 9mm and invested heavily in carbines. We really studied it hard. We had doctors come in to really analyze it all. Simple fact is, shoot until they stop becoming a threat.
Now, I will say that whoever that is, whatever Fed that is, pointed out, 9mm, 45, 357 SIG, and 40 were all yada, yada, yada. What he did not say, he did not expound upon the instant lethality of the Tang Folio 10mm after you shoot through the hot lizard with it.
I mean, same study was saying, if I remember correctly, that shot with a handgun in the United States, you got about a 68% chance of survival.
Yeah.
Which brings me to, by definition, 9mm is less than lethal.
Not less than, just less. Less lethal.
Less lethal.
Less lethal than a, baseball bat.
All right. Okay. Jeremy. 4 people armed with knives approach you. They're well protected. And condoms? They have cloaks of invisibility.
No, they have N95 masks.
They're fucking tinfoil on.
They're well protected, and all of them wear Kevlar vests. What are your choice of weapons? Remember, stupid gun questions from Quora.
Question number 1.
Hand grenade.
Sweet.
Like the old
Frag out.
potato mash too. German potato mash.
All right, you know what? I'm going to deviate from protocol.
Okay.
Choice of weapon. 4
well
armed with knives and well protected, and all of them wearing Kevlar vests. I don't know what well protected and wearing Kevlar vests.
They're wearing a cup.
Are they wearing N95 masks?
So
and am I wearing a kilt?
sure, you can
All
wear
right.
a kilt.
All right.
So they have
We're
knives.
rolling that up to go tactical.
So they have knives and Kevlar vest. Your choice of weapons. It's even like, no, your choice of weapon. It is
My
singular.
choice of weapon.
Yes, it's singular.
Then I'm going to roll back to my old standby, which would be a Remington 870 with an extended mag tube loaded up with 1 1/4 ounce slugs.
Okay.
Because that will defeat the Kevlar.
Okay.
Option B, F350.
There you go.
Yeah.
Super duty, baby.
So most
But I'm rolling my kilt up first.
so
Because I want you to die looking at my junk.
Teabag you after you get out of the truck.
so most
Send this one to your mom. Click.
B. All right. So most upvoted answer from the internet. For the sake of the question, I think this is probably the most important part of all of it. For the sake of the question, I will assume that I know by magic that they mean me ill, and that I cannot escape, and that my actions will be judged as self-defense. I think that's the best. I think that's the best
Fucking
way.
attorney wrote that. Fucking Steve Washington's response.
So, in which case, my weapon of choice will be an M1A rifle, because fuck you, fuck your body armor, and fuck you out to 800 yards. Besides, if somehow they survive to get close, I can still stick a bayonet into the end of that thing.
Nice. I
All
like that.
right. So, all right,
This
this
you.
has gone a little longer than I wanted, but we're almost to the end.
Okay.
Almost to the end.
I'm enjoying myself. I don't care.
So I know.
Humility for the day.
So
That's how Sean Johnson. I think.
what
Fuck
number? Okay, remember, stupid questions about guns from the internet. What number can I call to report an individual who did not register their AR-15 with a pistol brace? Should I call 911 and give them their address, or contact the ATF? Rick, I gave you a second question, so I'm going to go back to you. So I want to see your answer to this.
You should call 757-620-2878 and provide us with all the information, and we will take the appropriate action. That's the number you should call to report somebody that they get an AR with a pistol brace. You fucking pussy. Whatever. Yeah, call me. Call me. And I will call you back in the middle of the fucking night. There you go. That's my answer. Call me.
867-5309.
There you go.
So the most upvoted answer.
811 call before it's
Fuck your body armor.
See, I just let that one go. I did not know where that one was going to go. But I went, I'm adding that one in. All right. So the most upvoted answer to who you should call is: you are aware the pistol brace rule has been stayed by federal court? Question. All right. An unregistered pistol brace is not a violation even without the stay, as you are not privy to NFA paperwork.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
You do not know. You do not know if they've registered it or not, because you're not privy to the information. You're just making shit up.
You know what?
An unattached brace is also not a violation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another answer for that, though.
How about you mind your own business? Federal law enforcement, as a rule, does not act on hearsay. ATF probably fucking does.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially as you cannot even prove ownership of a firearm because registration itself is illegal. Well, that depends on where you are.
Yeah.
In Virginia, it is illegal to have a firearms registry
Yes.
as of right now. So the government has no knowledge of who owns what in most cases, and frankly, isn't your concern. Now, that is a good point.
Yes.
There is no national firearms registry. There's just a big fucking pile of 4473s in boxes that have been copied on a microfiche so they can search through them.
Which is illegal.
And
It's supposed to be destroyed.
and it's gotten so heavy that they're concerned the floor is going to collapse in the building they were in. I don't know where they are now, but I remember reading that they started collecting that shit. But stay in your lane. The Stasi would be proud of you, though.
I like that. Can I amend my answer though?
Nine!
So I'm sorry. Here's my new answer. Who should you call to report that your neighbor has a blah, 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 blah. You should call your mom's house because the ATF's over there running a fucking train on her, and they'll want to know this information. You douchebag.
All right. So, final question, Jeremy. Final question.
600.
Final question.
Cover.
Final question.
It's not what your mom said, Trebek.
Stupid internet questions about guns from Quora, part 1.
Part 1.
This question here is the reason why we will have part 2, 3, 4, and more. If the AR-15 is banned, presumably because of mass shootings, what will replace it as the mass shooter's weapon of choice? Will this replacement be more or less dangerous than the AR-15 itself?
The AR-16, because it's one number deadlier.
That's right. It's got a 37 caliber clip. I go out with Jill out on the balcony and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can we say that this question in and of itself is what shows the question of gun regulation is just ridiculous, right? It is about looking at the source of violence and the source of this, not about the choice being.
Your fucking bread van, your freaking claw hammer, your freaking.
Let's look at the UK.
This right here is why we should have fucking voting tests.
This is the UK did away with the guns and then decided you can't have pointy knives because you can stab somebody with a pointy knife, right? So, the next thing will be we have to dull your knives and nobody can have anything other than a bread knife because you will slash somebody with a knife, right? So,
like I said, bread vans.
You get it just as bad of a sentence in the UK for having a knife than we do with guns and anyway. So here's the answer. Most upvoted answer to conclude part 1 of stupid gun questions from Quora is serious answer. We'll just develop something else that uses the ammunition we want to use that goes around the ban. Colorado banned the sale of new 30-round magazines, but they didn't ban the parts. So firearms dealers and magazine makers just simply make a kit to build one. California has all but completely neutered the AR-15 in their state by making it impossible to change out the magazine without disassembling the firearm. So some clever minds developed a breech loader that loads 10 rounds, California's legal limit, that fits into the open breech of the rifle. One simply pulls down the lever and it quickly loads 10 bullets into the permanently attached magazine. It's almost as fast as changing the magazine. I bought some just to help stick it to the man, and I just think it's really cool. If the AR platform is banned, we'll just come up with something else. It doesn't break the new rules.
If you don't have a magazine, you can't have a mag ban.
That's right.
That's right.
Belt fed.
Look at that shit.
I know.
That's amazing.
Try to get a copy of that going rolling in
Just-
front of our face here.
Just
So
sell Canada. Can't we sell California back to Mexico or something?
So what got me thinking of this, I did not put that question on here, and we'll roll this. So if you're enjoying this, go ahead, like, subscribe.
And if you're not enjoying
Comment.
this, what's wrong with your sense of humor?
If you're not enjoying this, you probably aren't watching at this point. So but the question that I saw that got me going, oh, we just need to talk about this. We need to do these questions. It was similar to the stupid early one about gun owners and what do you do if I push you or whatever. It was what happens if I break into a gun owner's house to force them to give up their guns? What would they do?
Me specifically, I would call you two and McLucky late at night.
Call 811. Call before you dig.
Just tell you to come out here. I have something to do.
The red bird flies at dawn.
John has a long mustache.
So the answer to that one, and this is where the things you say on the internet actually do make a difference, right? We joke about a lot of things, but most of what we talk about, right, is about things to keep yourself out of trouble.
Yes.
Right. So there is the stupid question of what would a gun owner do if I broke into their house to try to force them to give up their guns? And the answer was, from this individual, was, well, I'd roll over and I'd unlock my safe because he's in California.
Yeah.
All right. And I'd give my Glock to my wife and I'd pick up my AR-15 and my wife would go to my son's room. Okay. Right. To protect my son. Right. We've discussed that. Right.
Well,
you're not going to barricade yourself in your room because you have a child. Then he makes the critical why CQB for personal defense is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He's going to then move through his house and then I'm going to see you unarmed in my house. And he made the commenter made the distinction. I know you're unarmed in my house, right? We talked about Jojo the crackhead, eating your peanut butter, right? And why CQB is stupid, right? And I'm gonna then you're gonna then cost me the price of 6 AR-15 rounds. Now here's where it goes really, really bad for the commenter. Then I'm going to prepare myself for the inevitable lawsuit because I live in California. Dude, you need to prepare for the inevitable prison sentence for the rest of your life because you live in California and you just murdered an unarmed individual in your house that was not threatening your life.
Yeah. Assuming that's a police statement, which you said you saw they are unarmed.
You said they're on. I know you're unarmed, but I'm going to shoot you anyway. Now, let's go one further. You make that statement on the internet, and then 2 years from now, Jojo the crackhead breaks into your house, and you end up shooting them. What's going to come back to bite you is you said on the internet you don't care whether somebody is actually a threat to you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A.
If you weren't smart enough to move to Texas, that'll be a problem.
So we can go through these questions and we can have a lot of fun, but in the end, we do want there to be some fun, at least some fun value at the end of it.
Yeah, we chuckle about some of these.
We'll chuckle about it.
But yeah,
right?
that's fucking crazy.
Don't take all of Rick's answers as legal advice, especially in this segment.
Look, don't take all of his or any of mine.
Any during this segment, anytime that I laugh, you shouldn't fucking do that at all.
With your Tanfoglio.
Tanfoglio and your lot lizard.
All right, that brings us to a close of part 1 of Stupid Gun Questions from Quora. We'll see you next time.
Be safe.
In which case, my weapon of choice will be an M1A rifle because fuck you, fuck your body armor, and fuck you out to 800 yards. Besides, if somehow they survive to get close, I can still stick a bayonet into the end of that thing.
Nice. I
All
like that.
right.